Why are rights easier to lose than regain? Rights are often described as fundamental, inherent, protected, difficult to take away. But history tells a different story. Across countries, across systems, across decades, rights are removed quickly, sometimes overnight, sometimes quietly, sometimes temporarily. Getting them back, however, takes years, takes courts, takes movements. Sometimes it never happens at all. The same rule appears again and again. It is easier to lose a right than to regain it. So the question is simple. Why? Why are rights easier to lose than to regain? And more importantly, why is this allowed? Rights are not abstract ideas. They shape daily life. They determine what people can say, where they can go, what they can access, what choices they are allowed to make. In most systems, rights exist because they are written into law, interpreted by courts, enforced by institutions. But rights are not permanent. They can be suspended, restricted, redefined, delayed, often legally, often temporarily, often for safety, efficiency, or emergency. What's rarely discussed is what happens after. Because once a right is limited, restoring it is not automatic. There is no reset button. Here's what happens in practice. Fact 1. Removing or limiting a right usually requires one decision, one law, one order, one ruling, one emergency declaration. Fact 2. Restoring a right usually requires many steps, legal challenges, time-consuming reviews, multiple approvals, years of debate. Fact 3. Temporary restrictions often become normalized. What was once described as short-term becomes routine. What was once exceptional becomes standard. Fact 4. The burden of proof shifts. Before a right is removed, justification may be minimal. To restore it, justification must be overwhelming. Fact 5. Institutions change faster than public memory. Rules remain long after the reason for them disappears. Placed together, these facts form a pattern. Loss is fast. Recovery is slow. When rights are restricted, the impact is rarely equal. Some groups feel it immediately, others feel it later, some barely notice at all. Common consequences include increased legal costs for individuals, delays in access to services, reduced personal autonomy, long-term uncertainty. Economically, this often means higher barriers for those with fewer resources, advantage for those who can afford time, lawyers, or influence. Psychologically, uncertainty becomes the norm. People adjust behavior not because rules changed permanently, but because they don't know if the rules will ever return to normal. Over time, expectations shrink. This is where the uncomfortable questions begin. When rights are restricted, who gains efficiency, who reduces risk, who avoids liability? And when rights are restored slowly, who absorbs the cost, who waits the longest, who gives up entirely? Often those least affected by the loss are least affected by the delay in restoration. Those most affected have the least ability to challenge it. This isn't accusation, it's observation. History shows a repeating cycle. A crisis emerges. A rule is changed, a right is limited, the crisis fades, the rule remains. Over time, new systems adapt to the restriction. New generations grow up assuming it's normal. The original justification becomes irrelevant. The rule does not reverse itself. It must be pushed. And pushing requires power. So now all facts sit together. Rights can be removed quickly. Restoration requires long, complex effort. The cost is unevenly distributed. The delay becomes normalized. Which leads to the central question. If rights are supposed to be fundamental, why is losing them so easy? Why is regaining them so hard? Is it caution? Is it bureaucracy? Is it risk management? Or is it something else entirely? Why is this allowed? This video offered no opinions, no accusations, no solutions, no conclusions, only verified patterns, documented processes, observable outcomes. So the answer doesn't belong here. It belongs to you. What do you think explains this? Is it oversight or design? If this surprised you, explain why. If it didn't, explain why not. No opinions were given in this video, only facts. The answer belongs to you.